Here we go, and we are live again. There we go. Sorry about that, but I don't know what I touched. That's why I don't touch the camera. Let me go back over there. Let's see. Yeah, that was rough. I don't know where that went, and now I don't know where my live went. What? I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. You want to talk about some chaos? Okay, so we did pull this out. We pulled that out. That's where we're at with this. We're gonna let that sit and kind of. I'm gonna sit and let that kind of cool, and let it all meld together. And then I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna take that there. I've got my griddle heating up, and I'm gonna throw that in the oven for just a few minutes, and we'll go from there. So bring that over here. We'll throw our garlic bread on that. There we go. Right there. That's looking pretty good. Throw this stuff on there. Oh, there we go. And we'll go back to this. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that screen. It went to a green screen. It didn't give me options to get out of it. That's so weird. But anyway, we'll just kind of get by that little hiccup for a second and throw the garlic bread down in there, because we were just about, and that sucks because we were just about done. I mean, we were finishing up. So that's in there. Back to here. Let's see, throw the bake back on, and we'll let that go 425 for just a minute or two until it gets back to temperature. We'll hit it under the broiler, and then that part will be done. So far, there we go. It's already at 425. We'll let that sit in there for a minute and marinate. Glitch in the matrix. I know, glitching something, man. That's just silly. It was like the green screen came on, and then the green screen wouldn't go away. That video was going great. I'm gonna have to end up deleting it. That sucks. Oh well. Maybe I'll just part one and part two it. Who knows? That's why I don't touch the camera generally. Because the one time I did that and it ended the stream, and that sucked. When I had a phone call, I was trying to delete a phone call as it was coming through, and that was awful. Let me get back there and so I can read my comments again. Get back to the comments. Just jump out of this real quick. Sorry about that. Oh well. There we go. Now I'm back. Now I'm back on my end. It disconnected. I disconnected myself too. Okay. But yeah, that's looking pretty. It's looking really washed out on here, but that is it. In real life, in IRL, that is a pretty darn nice looking lasagna, skillet lasagna, and that's it. That's all there is to it. And that's Viola. There we go. That's all she need. That's all she wrote. Rick, close and open again. Yeah. Yeah, we had quite a few people. I'm glad some folks came back. That's cool. I guess we'll just have to do a part one and part two of this. Let me see how that's looking. I'm going to hit that with the broiler. On the broiler end. Let me see here. Broil. Let's see. Broil on low. We'll give it 2 minutes and see how that looks. Because the toast isn't going to take very long. Garlic toast isn't going to take much time at all. Yeah, I don't know about that, Greens. Yeah, lasagna cliffhanger. It's like one of those from the sitcoms back in the back in the 90s, 80s and 90s. It was like you'd be watching it and all of a sudden it'd be like, see you next week. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of people, for whatever reason, like when I switched out of it, Val, there's actually 400 people when it said my views, people that stopped in and looked at it. I had about 400 people throughout, and they have to stay a certain amount of time or it doesn't count as a viewer. It just shows like the people that are in the chats and whatever. I'm not really sure exactly how that works, but when I clicked it over, it said, "Are you sure you want to stop? You have 409 viewers." So, yeah, to be continued. That's what it would do. Sorry, I hit the button. But yeah, to be continued. Yeah, it's the real ending. Yeah, this is how The Sopranos actually ended. Because for some reason, I don't know if everybody else has noticed that, but everything since Dallas, and if you're old enough to remember Dallas, everything since Dallas has been a cliffhanger, and it was always a dream. It was never, it never actually really happened. It was always just somebody's dream, which is kind of weird. But they seem to, I mean, that's been played out on so many different things. Let's see, we get the plate over here. We got our plate. And once I get this out of the oven, oh, that's gonna need it. I should have just went to high on that. We'll go high for a minute and melt that cheese. That bread's not going to take very long. I keep saying that. But we really haven't been at this. I mean, I've done some marathon cooking videos a few times. Yeah, leave the fun, take the lasagna. I know I need to have laugh tracks. That's but like Andy Kaufman always refused laugh tracks. If anybody remembers Andy Kaufman, one of the greats, one of my favorites, one of the best. But yeah, we'll get this going here in just a minute. We'll blame it on Cynthia. Since she's not here, we can just blame it on her. For that cheese to come in. As soon as that cheese melts on the garlic toast, we'll be ready to go. Andy was a treasure. Andy was great. I have a horror movie that was on VHS. It said it's called The Devil Made Me Do It, and it's like not even a B movie. It's more like a C movie. It's D movie. D-list movie, and it was Andy Kaufman's first movie. He played a cop in a parade where he gets killed. Yeah, it's Cynthia's fault, 100%. Yeah, Andy Kaufman was great. I thought it was great, man. He took that bad guy wrestler thing and just went completely over the edge with it. I thought that was super cool. Just a lot of the stuff that Andy did was pretty phenomenal overall. Let's see. Yeah, Cynthia left. Maybe she took everything with her. Left me with a green screen. Let's see. All right, so that's done. I think this is about as done as I want to get it. So that's about as done as that bread needs to be. And the bread looks pretty good. Get a zoom in on the bread. There we go. There's the bread right out of the oven. Not bad. I think I'm going to take, I don't know. I think I'm going to take this one. I think I'm going to do that one. I think that's the one I want. Let's toss that over there. There we go. There's that. And then You have to excuse me while I pick up my plate, and I'm gonna skillet that out of there. There we go. And Dubs took off, Cynthia took off at a great time because I'm about to scrape my plate with, scrape the skillet with the metal piece. And this should have a pretty phenomenal cheese pull. Let's get that out of there. There we go. Oh yeah, look at there. Looky, looky. Looky, looky. Put that off to the side. There we go. There we go. And bring you back over this way. And we'll let that cool for a second. We'll put a little olive oil on my salad, because that's all I want for my dressing. I'll just have a little olive oil on there with some pepper. A little olive oil on there. That'll be plenty. A little bit of feta on my salad. Little feta there. Throw a little bit of basil off to the side. Boom. A little basil on there. There we go. A little basil for that. And viola. There we go. There it is. Not too far up. Take you guys back that way. Back it up a little bit so you can check out the plating for whatever that's worth. Yes, there's actually right when I was doing there's not crushed red pepper, but there is, I put dehydrated cayenne peppers in there, like whole. And there we go. I will have to pass, but I should make one gluten-free. Yeah, sure. You can do that. They have plenty of ways to make everything gluten-free anymore almost. But I'll throw a little bit more olive oil on that, on my salad, and some pepper. Yeah. But there we go. There we go. Viola. There we go. And it only took 2 takes to do it. How about that? Only 2 takes, right? Only 2 takes on that. I don't know what the heck happened to that green screen thing. There we go. All right. Thank you, Mercy B. Thank you very much. We'll see how it tastes. We'll see how that tastes. And like I said, you guys, if you're interested, I am going to probably be going, keep your notifications on, because I'm going to try and go live on Saturday and Sunday about 11 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, he can keep it. That can be his gig. It's very, very hot. There we go. Yeah. And the thing of it is, and the thing that's really nice is the noodles came out fantastic. The noodles came out, actually, now that I've tasted it again for the second time in about the last 10 days, The thing I like about doing it this way is you don't get the hard edges as you do in, like, say, a casserole style lasagna. So that's one thing that I do. That's one thing I do like about doing this. And if you throw a little bit extra water, if I would have taken, like, say, and filled that jar up with water the way I did in the middle, you would have seen that you could actually throw in, if you've got a couple like extra pieces of bow tie pasta or any of those kind of deals, you can throw that stuff in there too, and you know, have a little bit of, kind of use up your pasta with that. That's a lot of what this is, really. It's just sort of a way to kind of use up what's around. Grapes are good. Those grapes are fantastic. But I'm going to try some of this garlic. Yeah, that's good. And I don't know if a lot of other people like their salad like with just the olive oil on it, but I like it with just the olive oil. Well, you got to find a really good olive oil. And then we'll try a little piece with that matzo pearl, with those matzo pearls. That cheese pull. You don't get that. You don't get that with the fake stuff. It's got to be homemade. I've never tried that, Tom. It sounds good. Let's see, fighter with the crispy bits. Yeah, there you go. Let's see, just scoop it up with gluten-free bread. Yeah, and I mean, leave the noodles out. Leave the noodles out and just put it on garlic bread. I mean, sauce is sauce. It's just, that's one thing. You know, I do like that. I'm not a fan of too many jarred sauces, but that Prego stuff's not bad. That is pretty good. What we got here? All right, well, we've been at this for almost 2 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and eat my stuff and get out of here and let you guys get back to prepping up for the weekend. It's almost the weekend, so all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I'm going to let you guys go. And like I said, keep your notifications on, because I'm thinking about some weekend live streams, and maybe we won't get green screens involved in those, but it should be pretty good. We're going to do a McDonald's recreate and then a sugar-free. We'll do a sugar-free country breakfast on Sunday. All about 11 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. Make some haluski. People keep saying haluski. Polish thing, I would imagine. Because mostly every time anybody says it, they're Polish. At least the people that tell me I should do that. But anyway, yeah, keep your notifications on. Look for the new commonly uncommon video. I've got a piece that's some of us may have seen, some of us may not have seen. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat dinner here. I've tried everything. It's all really tasty. Give this one a try. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. And it's thanks, Greg Hart. Appreciate you showing up. And thanks to everybody. James Justice, Val. Thank you so much. Handsome Stone, Bob the Builder, for coming over for the redo. And all that. Appreciate everybody going back after Cynthia Wesley screwed up my last one. But anyway, we won't tell her we were making fun of her. But anyhow, all right. Look, we'll see you guys next stream. See ya.